Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, is a very ruthless politician. And William Ruto is currently dealing ruthlessly with any member of parliament, especially UDA members of parliament, who are opposed to the finance bill. As a matter of fact, several allies of William Ruto are opposed to the finance bill, but they can't speak. Those who have tried raising their voice have always received the wrath of William Ruto. Miguna just the other day offered unsolicited advice to William Ruto. He got what he wanted from Ruto. Wamushomba, the Githunguru member of parliament, is currently the sole voice of members of parliament from the mountain. But she's been warned severally. The Madira member of parliament, Eric Mwangi, who is the member of parliament for the deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, received 10-minute call from Ruto. All of it, lecture. Explain why you oppose this bill. UDA Vice Chairperson Seth Panyako was forced to resign. He just revealed the other day that William Ruto actually called him and told him to resign from UDA party because he was opposed to that bill. That is the President of the Republic of Kenya. Sometimes I sit back and I wonder if, for example, it was ODM party leader, Raila Odinga, who had placed a phone call, let's say to Opio and I, who was supposed to, maybe they were pushing something, the kind of backlash he will be receiving. But why are these allies of William Ruto silent? Because the truth of the matter is that most of them are opposed to this bill, but they can't speak. In this video, I want us to look at why majority of William Ruto's allies who are opposed to the finance bill are now supporting it, but are opposed to it silently. Before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is now. Let me just take you through a few of the punitive bills, parts of the bill, which is making majority of Kenyans to oppose this particular bill. Where is it? Let me just get it. Just a minute. No, why Kenyans are opposed to this bill? Let me just take you through a few of them. If your business turnover is 1,370, if you sell that per day, this bill, if it goes through, every year you'll be paying 15,000 to the government. Now, for those social media influencers and content creators, the government will be withholding their money in the form of tax, 15%. It also says that 16% on insurance compensation. So that if, for example, you insured your vehicle for 1 million, and then you are compensated, then the government will take 15% of that money. Then they're also intending to increase cost of baby milk. If you own a car, every month you'll be paying 100 bob per seat. Whether you use the car loan, I don't know. This thing is just funny. Then there's the house levy, which most people are making noise about, which for me is not the main issue. They're even conflicting themselves. William Ruto is saying that everybody will benefit, that if you are not working, then those will be deducted money from will buy for you. his PS is saying that only those whose money will be deducted will access the housing. Several other things. Very, very funny, very funny things here. So the only thing which he has helped them is that he has removed the 16% VAT on aircraft and choppers. So if you are a hustler and you want to buy a chopper, then you won't be able to pay tax. But any other thing, you will have to. Even chamas. Yeah? But why do you think these members of parliament cannot speak? Number one, they fear William Ruto's phone call. Those who have dealt with Ruto will tell you that William Ruto is hands-on. He listens to everything. And on this particular finance bill, he has decided that it has to go through. He has already met members of parliament, UDA and Kenya Kwanza, and he has told them, he didn't listen to them, he has told them, we are going to support this, whether you like it or not. So that's the direction. Any moment you receive a phone call from the president, and the tone is just one, you have to do it. What do? You chicken out. So this is why most of these guys cannot speak. But now they are trying to support it silently. And Ruto will ensure that on the day of the voting, of course, this bill is going to pass. Don't waste your time. It's going to pass without any amendment. William Ruto needs the money. His government and his team need enough money to steal. So it's going to pass. But these guys are opposed to it. Only that they can't speak because they fear the kind of phone call which can come from Ruto. Number two, the ground is totally hostile. So assuming you are a member of parliament and you are expected to spearhead campaign for this bill. Yesterday I saw the Kikuyu member of parliament, Kimani Ichung'wah, trying to explain to his constituents the benefit of this bill. Those people could not listen to him. Malala and Aluwale the other day were on the ground trying to explain the finance bill in a funeral. They were kicked out of the funeral. You know, so the ground is just too hostile for this particular bill. But they have to pass it. And that's why, because of the ground hostility, that's why they don't want to come out to support it. In fact, this is the only bill where majority of William Ruto's allies are not coming out openly to support, including the vocal Mount Kenya MPs. They are not vocal. So the ground is hostile. Number three is the hustler narrative. You know, Kenya Kwanza came into power on the platform of hustler narrative, supporting the hustles. Now you remove the 16% VAT on helicopters and aircraft, which none of hustlers can acquire, but you increase tax on every other thing they use. Ruto is burdening. You see, now they started this narrative about the housing levy, that those with the pay slips don't want to pay. Why? Because they don't care about those who don't work. It's the responsibility of the government to provide employment to each and every Kenyan. I was talking to a friend of mine today. He's an employer. I think he has around 30 employees. He's telling me, Lee, every month now, if these guys were to deduct the minimum 2,500 from each employee and have 30, because as an employer he's supposed to top up. He told me the only thing we'll do is either to fire a few of them or to agree with them to take a cut. So that hustler narrative is going to collapse. Then you also have the 2027 politics is around the corner. Most of these MPs and senators, they have opponents. Some of their opponents are just clapping, waiting to see whether these guys will oppose the bill. And then they'll take it. Because, once this bill is passed, the impact is going to be huge. It will be felt immediately. Immediately. It will be felt immediately. So there's nothing. And lastly, it's also going to increase the cost of living. How will they campaign in 2027 with high cost of everything? Guys, this finance bill is something we must shoot down. Let me know in the comments section if you'll be able to persuade your member of parliament to shoot down the finance bill. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day for now. Bye-bye.